Hey everyone, welcome back to Dora's channel, and today I'll be actually sharing a lot of my purchases over the past 1.5 months. I have not been updating regularly because work has been busy so far and I'm actually trying to find another job. So I'm moving on from my current one. And so this is kind of like a transition period just for me to it's just like a transition period kind of for me to recoup and rest and also get a better idea of what I want to do in the future. But anyway, we have been shopping quite a lot. So the first thing I'm gonna do is to dress up this red face. As you'll notice, today my face is not in the best condition. I have actually been trying to like thread my eyebrows, make sure that the shape is right, but I think this part is gone. And we're going to be testing out several of our foundations. So I have 3 with me here. They are all 3 Korean ones. I have an Innisfree, a Missha, and even a Laneige cushion. So these 3 are all matte cushions. So before we do that, let's just try to moisturize my face first. So step 1, skincare. So prior to this video, the red marks are because I went to pop my pimples. Kind of clear my face of blackheads because I don't go to facial anymore. I just prefer to do it all alone. And also to trim my eyebrows. Not really thread, yeah, but to trim them to make sure that they are neat and tidy. For work, I feel like because eyebrows frame your face, they are really very important to like maintain and take care. But I don't prefer them to undergo too many procedures. So I like them to be natural, like my natural hair color and just a neater version of it. So I just shape it. I don't even use like eyebrow colors or anything. It's cause the natural color is best. Okay, so that's my moisturizer done. Then I've decided to segment my face into 3 parts just for us to test out the foundation color. So the left is gonna be Laneige, this part is gonna be our Innisfree, and then the top and bottom is gonna be Missha. Okay, so let's start with I'm currently using this Innisfree. This one expires in 2023 March. So they're all expiring next year, which is why I just decided to open all of them up in the first time, and also to provide a review for those who may be interested in buying. This one is called My To Go Cushion 2.2 and it has SPF 50 plus in the shade N22 medium beige. So I've been using it so far. It's a little bit dirty, so how it works is by pressing this. It makes your foundation appear here. Apparently there's some pressure underneath it, so it comes out like a volcano. And you're supposed to use your puff to mix it on the surface and then apply on your face. So this part is gonna be Innisfree. I'll squeeze a little bit too much. Oops, went over the wrong area. Under the eyes, half of the nose. And I can tell that it is a little bit too grayish for my skin. Like, I am warmer and I'm not this white, so it will take a while for it to oxidize and then to get back to my natural skin color. But it's great for like days when I want to have a cooler outfit. Wear. And this one smells amazing. Like, it's just really very herbal, slightly scented, it's not too much, it's not overpowering. So there you go, that's my Innisfree one. Okay. And then the next one we have will be my Magic Cushion. I do not have a puff for this. Let me find an additional one. Okay, I'm back. So I found an additional puff in one of the compartments in my drawer, and since this has been kept a while, I better sanitize it. So I have like an alcohol here. Just wait for it to dry. So our magic cushion will be top and bottom area, and hopefully my camera is able to pick it out. This part looks much flushed, like more flushed out, and then this one is just darker here, so probably gonna tilt our head just to see the color more clearly. And since this is my refill pack, I have to take that plastic off, so just give me a moment. And it's off. Oh, but although it's a little bit like icky, I'm just gonna use the part here so I don't waste any of it. Okay, so my puff is drying out. I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of that product and then dab the top of my head as well as the bottom. As you can see, like, this is very sheer, it's very light coverage. It could build up to medium coverage, but then that's about it. Like, I remember when I had pimples, I couldn't really cover anything with this. The most that it could do was to help even out the complexion, and then it's not that great of like a makeup, but at least it doesn't clog up my skin too. Like, I think the one that is thickest here is the Innisfree cushion. It's really thick, so if you have like pores that just get trapped easily, I suggest that you stay away and you use this matte cushion instead. So far, this is probably a little closer to my natural skin color. Like, it's not so whitish here, but it still looks more normal. Like, compare my neck and my chin, it's probably closer than compare it to the side of the face. Before I forget, this is called the Missha M Magic Cushion Moisture. I believe this M Magic, that M is supposed to stand for matte. So this is a matte cushion. And this is in number 23. I guess that's the best I can do. Okay. Then we have the last one, which is my favorite. Scent-wise, packaging, pretty much everything about it is spot on to me. Like, this is kind of my favorite color too, green. They have another one which is in pink for a dewy cushion, and this green one is a matte cushion. So in Singapore weather, notice that it really gets hot and humid easily, and so dewy cushions would not be a good thing, right? Like, you could apply and it looks beautiful, but then 2-3 hours later, what happens is that the perspiration, the sweat takes it off your face or just makes it smudge everywhere. It's not pretty, especially if you're gonna use mascara or eyeliner or even like eyeshadow sometimes. Like, it just doesn't stay on. So that's why I go for a matte finish. Like, I don't really like using powder also. I noticed that powders do have this tendency of blocking your pores, but this one, I've been using it on and off and it hasn't happened so far. So same thing, this is my refill cushion. I finished one of this a while back last year, and I just gotta make sure that I finish using this before December next year too. So just pulling it out. And you can see that, like, even the packaging, it's amazing, doesn't smudge, not like my Missha one. And just dabbing it a little picks up a lot of product, and that's due to this special pad here. Like, there are holes all over, and when you pat it in, it just looks so flawless and so natural. But let's do it. Which side is it in? I forgot. It's this side. So I I bought this when it was during COVID, and then I really cannot see without my spectacles. Like during COVID, my skin was whiter because we stayed indoors all day long, so you can tell I got a little bit more tan. And I get used to being at the camera. So all in all, I look like a ghost. I have no shadow and nothing on my face whatsoever. It's just whiteness. It's just casting a paleness on me. So the Innisfree, the Laneige, and the Magic M. From here I can tell that the Magic M is probably the best in terms of color shade. This one is probably best in terms of like how much it covers. I cannot barely see the redness anymore, even though there's some spots here. And then this one just looks natural, I guess. And then this is a really big scar that it couldn't cover at all. And probably have to wait for it to oxidize because it doesn't exactly match my shade right now too. Right, so the Laneige one is called the Longchamp Neo Cushion Matte 21 and in beige. So I probably should get the 23 or even 22. They have it in neutral. Otherwise, probably not a good shade choice to use anymore. Alright, so those are my 3 favorite cushions. And my face is looking a lot brighter, so let's continue with the video. Recently I went on a vacation and video will be out soon. And I kind of lost this lipstick and I thought it was gone. So this is the Loreal Color Riche line. So it is in a very fancy black and gold elegant packaging. And it used to sell at our Watson and Guardian stores 2 to 3 years ago. This is in the shade 248 Flatter Me Nude. Let's do a little swatch just to show you what it looks like. There, it's a little bit of a mocha brown color. Then I bought 3 more since I lost that one, and the line is actually now discontinued, so I had to get it online. This one is in 232. It's called Maple Boulevard. Pretty amazed. Like they shipped it to me and there's not even like a moisture. It's perfect condition. And it's this pink here. I'll just switch it one more time. There you go. So it's a darker pink. And then my third one would be called Mont Blanc. It's 288 in the same line. They're all mattes, by the way. Let me swatch here on the other side. So this one is like it's in between. It's like pink, but it has a little bit of a coral shade as well. Very similar to the previous one. So just to recap, this is Flatter Me Nude, this is Maple Boulevard, and that is Mont Blanc. Then we have the last one, which is, ooh, got one of the names mixed up. Oh yes, this is actually Beige Couture. I don't know how to pronounce that word. Couture. Something new. Yeah, it's the pink one. on this part. And this is our actual Maple Boulevard. It's $296 and it's beautiful, which is why I saved best for last. So I'm gonna draw one line here since you have no space left. And there we go. It's like a darker pink too. Almost going to brown, but just not quite yet. And just for fanciness sake, I'm gonna be fancy right now. Use the current one. The thing about my lips are, it's so hard to over apply because they are so thick that I really do need a lip liner. Okay, so that's it for my 4 lipsticks, and then I even have claw clips. So claw clips were a thing back then, but I had domestic helpers who used to use this, and then I just threw all of it away because I didn't use it. But they are back in fashion. So what I did was I went to my nearest, I think it was Venus, store beside Venus. There was one selling hair clips, and I got this for $2. So this is a pretty big claw clip. You know, like how when you go down to buy food and you don't want to, can't find your hairband and it's super hot. What do? Is you just take your hair in a bun, like squish it up, and you just apply that claw clip. So it looks pretty neat, very European, and yeah. I think most people would like to like cap it here, like just go over the entire hair, but it just doesn't look good. So I do it in a bun and I just pin the part that's below. It still looks pretty cute like that, bouncy. Then we also have the smaller claw clips that I bought at Helen. This one, guess how much it was? It's pretty small, it's mid-size. But just because it was from like a proper store, I mean it looks good, don't get me wrong. But it was so expensive, it was like $11. They had clips ranging all the way to like $22, $30, and I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna buy something that is classic, that doesn't have much design or glitter, and I wouldn't get bored of. So I got this, but I didn't really like the shape. Can you see the shape is just strange here? It has edges at both sides, which makes it hard to grab your hair when it is circular, like when I'm just doing the sides and I want to click it. So what I got was another one at Katong Shopping Center downstairs where I was working. I got this one, and this only cost $150, and it looks gorgeous for like the size, the shape, and yeah, it looks pretty sturdy too. It's made in China, but I think it'll last. The pins here look strong and it's just cute, matches my hair color too. It's like brown and black, so I think this was a good buy. I should have just gone to a mini mart to grab this one instead of going everywhere to purchase. Then lastly, I have no idea what this is called, but it functions like a claw clip too, except that instead of taking and squeezing that top part there, you have to twist the top so it snaps shut. And then this one could be used to do a ponytail or to just catch the middle section of your hair, and then there you go, you have a nice hairdo in a few seconds. So let's just leave that claw clip up there. I'm gonna show you Longchamp bags today that I already have, so stay tuned. I'm back and I'm just gonna show you now. I have 2 Longchamp bags. I'm just gonna show you which one I bought in order. So the first one was purchased at the MBS Longchamp store. Am I pronouncing it correctly or am I butchering the word? You tell me. Leave a comment below and let me know if my pronunciation is correct. Anyway, we have this Longchamp Neo. It has, I got the one in long strap because I knew that I would probably use it for work, and it has to go into my shoulder for heavy stuff like bring my laptops and all. So this one measures 41.5 cm, the top, and then the bottom part is 27.5 cm height, 30 cm, and the depth is 17.5 cm. Strap drop wise, it is about 22 centimeters, so pretty nice. It's good size for my laptop, and I usually use this one for my piano books because I typically carry around 3 or 4 A4 size books or even larger books, and they all fit well. You know, I even heard of the straps being able to carry up to 50 kilograms, so that in itself is pretty amazing, don't you think? So what this bag has is it has this flap for security, and then it is silver here, right? It has a silver pin, and then when you go in, it's pretty minimalist. It's just a big black hole with one small pouch pocket here, a slip pocket for you to fit in your cards or your keys, and then that's pretty much it. Oh no, the other side has a larger slip pocket, so when I want to keep my lady essentials like lipsticks or pads or anything else, I'll put it in here instead, so I know that it's a different compartment from the front where I use for my easy access. And then just to share with you a little bit more about the attachment, so I do pair some keychains or rings or accessories with bags sometimes, and I found this one that was so cute. It was when I visited the Orchid Garden, and then they had the souvenir store, and I saw this and I wanted to get the pink one, but apparently this color was, to me, the most delightful and loveliest of them all. Yeah, so I just got one for remembrance. Anyway, it was like a $15.90, not very expensive but not very cheap either, but I thought it paired well with this bag just cause it just gave off a little bit of the casual, chill, retro, but also a little bit of a mature vibe. Yeah, and the color scheme, it's complementary. So enough about this one, I have the other one to discuss too. Then moving on, we also have this bag. This one I purchased secondhand, mind you, because I was feeling greedy. I wanted more bags, but I didn't want to buy it with the original price. So what I did was I went to search Carousel, and there were so many options. And what I was finding was an electric blue, so a blue that was even lighter than this guy. But I guess that was a limited edition. I couldn't really get my hands on it. It got sold. So I thought, why not get a green one, a khaki colored one instead? Because this one I could use with my black, white, cool tone clothes. While this I could pair with like lighter pinks for gym use, for more casual use, warm colors instead. And when I got it, it wasn't this bad lah. I think my folding just destroyed the bag. So this one is foldable. It's Le Pliage. So when you turn it behind, if you're folding it up, there's somewhere to clip it to. But if you're purchasing the Neo, it doesn't fold. It's a thicker nylon, probably still foldable, but it doesn't have that clip behind. So these two are authentic Longchamp. I did check the online guide and some other YouTube videos. They mentioned that, you know, if you see the leather here, the diamonds are going sideways instead of upwards, then it means that it's authentic. And you should always also check out the logo here. It has to be very clear. I'm not sure if my camera is good enough to autofocus. and usually if it's gold tone, then that's where you know. What I also do is to check the stitching. So the stitching here tells a lot. Sometimes the good fakes are so good till you can't tell apart the stitching. But for this I could see that they are slightly slanted but very very neat still, and that's how I knew this was authentic. So yeah, I think I love, actually even with like YSL and even owning an LV bag, I still feel that the most wearable and the most durable and usable ones are Longchamp, because I could carry like a dozen and one things in here and it doesn't weigh a ton like the other bags do. They shield me from the rain and I don't think it pinches my heart as much if I was gonna replace them with maybe a different color or a slightly different cutting later on down the road. So Longchamp do not excite me as much as other bags, but it is still considered my favorite in a way because they're just so usable and so lightweight, and you could even use it as an umbrella. So that's the part that I love about it. Yeah. So I hope you got something out of this video, and do comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and continue living your good life. Bye!